Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. On tonight's verses, we have Russell's Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey coming in at a 45% ABV, 10-year age statement, versus Wild Turkey Rare Breed Bourbon Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey coming in at a 58.4% ABV, no age statement on the bottle. So, you may or may not know this, Russell's Reserve is actually one of the side brands of Wild Turkey. So, in a sense, they're kind of at least family, if not cousins, some kind of close relatives here. But my question was, why that difference? What's going to be coming to the glass that brings Russell's to a different level than the Wild Turkey branding? I don't know. I've never sat down with both of these, but let's find out, especially because this totes a 10-year age statement. And while this doesn't have a 10-year age statement, we're told that there could be whiskeys in here upwards of 12 years old. So I'm really curious. So let's get into it. As always, we'll be talking about nose, talk about taste, and finally about market price. So yeah, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hang around for a bit. If you are a Wild Turkey fan, Russell's fan, or just a bourbon fan in general, I'll have plenty of reviews for you to watch up above and down below. The fun thing is about Wild Turkey, it's always the bottle that everybody recommends. People love it, and for good reasons. It tends to be easily accessible, and boy oh boy can it pack a beautiful punch. And I just love the barrel-proof versions. I love their bottle shapes here. So color-wise, definitely the Rare Breed takes it. It is so much darker. So much darker than the Russell's. But let's start off with notes on the Russell's Reserve. So you definitely get a nice fruitiness in there. Bit of ABV, bit of oak. And your fruitiness is almost like a banana. A little bit of banana sweetness in there. Nice spice layer. Bit of vanilla and caramel. Get some of that classic going on. Definitely get the oak. Maybe a little bit of a cherryness going on in there too. That is a beautiful nose. I love Russell's. I love Wild Turkey in general, but Russell's really slaps hard. Yeah, you almost get a little bit of a creaminess going on in there too. That is nice. And now that you've let it air up a bit, the ABV has kind of gone away. But you're still getting that little burst of fruit, the spice, the oak and vanilla caramel layers are playing really well here. It's a well-developed bourbon whiskey. Let's check out the Rare Breed Rye. Let's go for notes. Ooh, heftier, a little deeper, a little more rich. Definitely get a bit of that kind of pepperiness, a bit of dark oak in there. Surprisingly, the ABV is not strong at all on this. It is well aged and incorporated to remove that harshness of that ABV, especially at 58%. You get a little bit of like a freshly squeezed orange in there, but definitely of the two, this is more classic. You're getting a few of those classic notes in there, that vanilla, caramel, oak note. But you're also getting that pop of fruit in this one, where I got more like cherries and the banana note going on here. Here, it's darker, heavier, definitely oak, vanilla, caramel forefront, very deep and bassy. And here, you're not getting quite as much of the fruit, maybe a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of pepperiness going on. But this one has so much more darker heft to it. Like, if I was going to compare these two when it comes to like a location, this is like your nice classic bar. You go there, you know everybody, you know, pretty well lit place. You kind of kick back, got some nice, decent music playing. Here, this is the lounge. This is the leather chairs. This is the little more sophisticated place to go drinking. You have the low lights going on, the nice, subtle, classic music going in there. Very deep, dark, maybe a little smoky going on. Definitely on the nose, both of them are great, but this has so much more heft to it, which again probably comes from the barrel proof and that extra time it's getting in that barrel. Definitely this has got the more bassier. Definitely because of that barrel proof, you're getting a lot more heftier notes in here, but this isn't a slouch either. But let's go for taste. Beautiful spice going on here. Definitely get that oak layer, nice sweet vanilla going on. Little pop of fruit going in there too. This has a well-rounded warmth to it. You can feel it going down a little bit, get that little bit of that Kentucky hug going with it. But overall, beautiful spice, Nice light caramel going on in there too. Nice simple mouthfeel, nothing too crazy going on that side. Get a little bit of that cherry linger here in the finish. Nice fruit layer, beautiful spices. That oak and vanilla are playing together really well. That bit of caramel. Again, it's kind of that classic with a fruit twist in there, but it's good. Let's go for taste on the rare breed here. Honestly, the mouthfeel alone, night and day different. It coats the palate. You get beautiful, beautiful warmth, pepperiness, deep, rich oak. The caramel is nice homemade caramel taste to it. Like, have you ever had homemade caramel? Beautifully done. The vanilla going on here is nice and light. That spice layer is really playing well here. A little dustiness to it as well. This one is great. Like freshly rolled or pipe tobacco kind of quality going on here. I love the spice layer. It's a little floral, but a little dark spice going on. This one plays with your senses so much more. And again, I think that kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the different rooms you'd be sitting in. Going more classic, simple, easier to drink. Here, it's you want to sit down, you want to enjoy it. You want to savor these flavors because it demands your attention. Honestly, it's going to be a hard one to pick a winner of, I'll be frank. Though I do love the classic notes here. That bit of fruit twist to it really takes you home. This is a great, great bottle, especially for its pricing, which we'll get to. But the heft, the boldness, the mouthfeel, the flavors that the rare breed bourbon brings across, gorgeously done. Nice heftiness to it, beautiful mouthfeel. Honestly, if I can always grab it at a good price, the rare breed bourbon's going to win it. But if you're looking for a good daily drinker, the Russell's is a great buy as well. All right, speaking of that, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. In my market, and this is where it gets kind of crazy, I can usually pick this up for about $30, pretty religiously at most locations. Sometimes as low as like $28 if I really do a bit of hunting, but usually religiously about $30. The rare breed bourbon tends to be up in the $45 to $50 in my market. However, if I can get to a Total Wine and they have some in stock, I can get this for as low as $35. And I can't even take that into consideration, because at $35, this is a steal. We should all have to pay, like send a check into Wild Turkey going, look, I stole money from you. Because at $35, this is a steal of a price. But with that out of the way, most markets actually pay upwards of $60+ some areas. Usually though, in my market, I usually find it right around the $45 without too much hunting. To be honest, this for $30 is a steal of a price. I don't think I could argue with it. You get a 10-year age statement. You get that beautiful, simple flavors with that bit of fruit twist to it. This is an awesome pour, especially if you're looking for a good daily driver. Here in Indiana for $30, there's not a lot better I can recommend. There are a few of them out there, but this is gorgeous. Honestly, for $45, I think this is a great buy as well. $60, I don't think that's bad by all means. Looking at Flavyard.com, that's about what they charge as well. And at $60, while you don't get an age statement with it, you get that big proof number. And that's really where this sends it home. It brings in that beautiful mouthfeel. The flavors coming across in this one are just done so freaking well. But yeah, there you have it, folks. Russell's Reserve 10-year Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey and Wild Turkey Rare Breed Bourbon Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. If you have questions about either bottle, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should put up against each other, also let me know down below. Doing these ABs is a lot of fun. Lets me learn a little bit and lets you learn a little bit as well. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.